everyone. My name is Elizabeth Sabet, and I'm the current president of the American Center for the Integration of Spiritually Transformative Experiences. That's www.aciste.org. And today I'm visiting with Dr. Rosie Kuhn. Dr. Rosie is ACISTE facilitator for the Life and Spiritual Coach Training Program for ACISTE. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the program that she's going to be training and teaching everyone of how to be a life and spiritual coach for people who've had spiritually transformative experiences at our conference this October 4th through the 6th in Chicago. Rosie, thanks for joining us today. So Rosie, tell me a little bit about what got you interested in spiritually transformative experiences and in ACISTE?
So a very long time ago, Elizabeth, I trained to be a marriage and family therapist, and I found myself in a program working with people in addictions and recovery. And my the outcome of all of that was that I realized the degree to which spirituality is the best, like the most essential element of a program to help support people in getting well, regardless of their circumstances. I found a school out in California called the Institute of Transpersonal Psychology, now known as Sophia University, where they trained people in transpersonal psychology. And there I focused on spiritual guidance and spiritual direction, and which I thought was a really good blend of what I'd learned as a therapist and then as a spiritual guide. But then I found coaching, and for me, coaching is a place where we're really integrating our whole self into the life that we're wanting. And so it was a really beautiful marriage for me of all of that. And then when I heard about ACISTE and that there are people in the world that have spiritually transformative experiences, but are challenged to integrate those into their everyday life, I felt that that was a really, really, really important place for me to work and train people to work with this population. So here we are.
Here we are. Well, tell us a little bit about how life and spiritual coaching actually helps people who've had spiritually transformative experiences.
So Elizabeth, a lot of the questionnaires that experiencers have filled out about what they require, what they need, what they want after their experience, quite often they say they just need someone to listen to, someone to hear them, to witness them, but also to support them in moving towards integration of that, and what that means, that the integration of their experience, not just that they have a story to tell, but how that story impacts on their life and their reality. And too often these people are either pathologized by the medical system, by the therapy system, or by their families and communities. And so they're sometimes ostracized, which is a huge part of what they want to work with, is in terms of how to find themselves whole again. So a life coach, life and spiritual coaching, supports them in being a listening partner, a thinking partner in how to get them where they're at to where they want to go. And so we're not only a thinking partner, but we're sort of a companion on the road to help them assimilate and integrate as they're moving forward in their life. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. So often when people have spiritually transformative experiences, their values change. What's important changes, their values change, and they don't know how to incorporate those changes into their current life. So I can see where a coach would be absolutely invaluable.
Yes, there's quite often people who, they're like you're saying, the meaning of life changes, and quite often the relationship that they have with their partners or their families change, and they're not quite sure who they are and how to be with all of these changes. So a life coach is someone who supports them in to articulate those changes and what it is they really want. So there's nothing that they necessarily need therapy for, because there's not a problem. There's just this evolution of self that needs support and nourishment and flourishing along the way.
Beautiful. Rosie, what does it take for someone to become an ACISTE certified life and spiritual coach?
So first of all, it takes some training prior to training with us. So we want to see a person who has either gone through a training program or has had a significant amount of coaching experience, both as the client, if you will, and as a coach. Second of all, there's a training program that takes place prior to the conference in October. So that's the second, third, fourth, that where the training begins as a life and spiritual coach with ACISTE. And also after the conference, the day after the conference is Sunday, we finish the training, the in-person training. Then it takes monthly sessions. It's an hour and a half, I believe, sessions once a month. And we require 5 sessions a year to sustain or to cultivate the abilities and to talk with other people who are also in the same process of training to be life coaches, life and spiritual coaches with ACISTE. So that program is ongoing. After the first year, when the conference has been completed, the trainings have been completed, the 5 sessions have been completed, then there's an interview process, and to make sure that all of those things have been accomplished, and then they move on.
All right. Thank you so much, Rosie, and thank you for joining me today. And if anybody's interested in becoming an ACISTE certified life and spiritual coach, and you're wondering if you have enough qualifications and training, you can get a hold of Rosie and she will visit with you to help you make that determination. And we'll put Rosie's email address down at the bottom of the screen here. So if you're interested in signing up for the conference, please go to www.aciste.org. All right. Thanks, Rosie.
You're welcome, Elizabeth.
Bye-bye. Have a great day. See you at the conference.
Bye.
Bye-bye.